A woman in the United Kingdom has filed a lawsuit asking that abortion businesses be required to inform women their preborn babies are capable of feeling pain while being aborted. The woman, Anna Marie Tudor, says if she had known her unborn baby she aborted at 23 weeks could feel pain, she would not have chosen abortion. Tudor says because she was not given this information on fetal pain, she claims she was incapable of giving her fully informed consent for abortion. Her lawyers argue the National Institute for Health and Care Excellence must update its guidelines regarding abortion and fetal pain because they are out of date. Tudor says she was told she'd never be able to conceive children, and she did not know she was pregnant until she was already 5 months along. Paul Conrathe is representing Anna Marie Tudor in this case. He is senior consultant solicitor at Sinclair's Law and joins us via Skype from London. Paul, welcome to the show. First off, how is Anna Marie doing?
She's doing great. She's glad to be bringing this case, but it's a challenging thing. It's a big issue for an ordinary person to be taking on the state, which is what she's doing. But she's very encouraged that I'm speaking with you today.
And Paul, can you clarify what exactly is Anna Marie requesting in her lawsuit?
She's asking that our national body that advises doctors and health professionals on clinical guidelines, that it should update its guidelines to make sure that those professionals provide appropriate and accurate information to women when they're considering having an abortion. And at the moment, those guidelines do not require health professionals to tell a woman that her baby may experience pain when it is aborted. And Anna Maria says because she wasn't told that, she didn't give valid, informed consent. So she says the law needs to change.
I read that she was not even convinced in the first place she should have gotten an abortion. Is that right?
She was very much in two minds. I mean, she discovered she was pregnant very late in the day, probably around 22 weeks, something like that, 20 weeks or so. She had thought she would never have a child. And at first she was elated. But her personal circumstances were challenging. And with a considerable degree of reluctance, she went through with the abortion. She was, in fact, on the way to the abortion clinic. She was met by a pro-life counsellor who had a huge impact upon her. But unfortunately, she still went ahead with the abortion. And as she said to me afterwards, it was the worst decision of her life.
Paul, can you clarify what do the National Institute for Health and Care Excellence and the Royal College of Obstetricians and Gynecologists in the UK claim when it comes to preborn babies and pain?
The National Institute, in fact, is silent on the issue. It says nothing, other than women should be told all relevant information. But guidance for practitioners really on the ground also comes from the Royal College of Obstetricians and Gynecologists. And they have produced a report that gives guidance in 2010. And that guidance states unequivocally that unborn babies do not feel pain. It's very clear. So that is their guidance.
Wow, and we know that's not true. There's even recent research that babies might feel pain as early as 8 weeks, and that fetal pain can be more intense than that of an adult. Paul, on to my next question. What are the potential repercussions of this case? How much of a landmark is it?
Well, it will be very significant because what we're asking for is that a woman should be told that her baby may suffer pain if it is aborted. But we go further than that. We actually say that there should be a requirement that the baby should be given pain relief. We say, in fact, that even animals in the UK are afforded more protection than the unborn child in terms of avoidable suffering. We're also asking that women should be told that their baby at this time, 22, 23 weeks, has a chance of surviving as well. And so the implications for this is that women are much better informed when they come to make that very life-changing decision as to whether to have an abortion.
Incredible. And Paul, I understand Anna Marie is having to do crowdfunding to bring forward this case. Is that right?
Yes, she doesn't have the funds to bring this case. It is a big case. It's a significant legal team. It's up against the state, and it's seeking to change the law of the country. And she simply doesn't have the funds to bring this, but she knows it's the right thing to do. And we want to support her in that. But nonetheless, she has to seek to raise money through crowdfunding.
And we do have the website information for that. That is crowdjustice.com/case/Anna. Well, Paul, thank you so much for joining us from London and bringing our attention to this case. Please be assured of our prayers and pass those along to Anna Marie. Paul Conrathe with Sinclair's Law. Thank you.
Thank you.
For a pro-life reaction to this case and more, we're joined by Dr. David Prentice, the Vice President and Research Director for the Charlotte Lozier Institute. He joins us via Skype. Welcome, Dr. Prentice. First off, what is your reaction to this UK abortion case?
Well, Catherine, this is just heartbreaking because this lady obviously wasn't fully informed. And, the truth is that these little babies still in the womb do feel pain at a very early age. So our heart goes out to her that, number one, she wasn't informed. And it also emphasizes that, these are little human beings. They do experience pain in the womb, and we need to realize that.
Mm-hmm. Dr. Prentice, what does the latest research and science indicate about the reality of babies feeling pain in the womb? It's now far earlier than we thought. Isn't that right?
Babies are, we're seeing evidence that babies do feel pain much, much earlier than we had thought just a few years ago. As the science becomes clearer and clearer, it's obvious that at least by 18 to 20 weeks, so barely halfway through gestation. And there was a recent review paper where they went back and looked at the already published science. And what it showed was that maybe as early as 12 weeks, all of the nerve tracts are present, the connections to the part of the brain that we now know do help us experience pain. All of this is in place starting at 12 weeks and definitely finalized by 18 weeks. And we need to think again about how this humanizes even more what previously had been characterized as a clump of tissue. Obviously, these young human beings, the science backs up what we know in our heart. They do feel pain.
Absolutely. Dr. Prentice, I don't think the woman who is suing in the UK even necessarily considers herself pro-life, but what role do women who have undergone abortions have in the pro-life movement?
I think it's important that they tell their stories. It helps people realize the facts that these are young human beings developing within the womb. They're human. They feel pain. They move, they turn, they smile, in fact, in a number of the ultrasounds. And women need to tell those stories about how this tragedy of abortion has rended their hearts.
Absolutely, and to share that truth with all of us. Dr. Prentice, you are an expert on science and research. Have you found that educating people about the science of life in the womb is an effective way to reach people with the pro-life truth?
It really is an effective way. If we get the truth out there, people can hear it. People can realize the real facts about these developing human beings, that they feel pain, that their heart is beating and pumping blood throughout their bodies, that they are living beings. And it's incumbent on us, and thank you very much for what you do in your show, to get this truth out there, that these young human beings deserve respect and human dignity.
Absolutely, and I think we'll all be closely watching this UK abortion lawsuit to see its ramifications and if it brings more attention to the reality of science in the womb and the fact that these little babies can feel pain. We're so grateful for your leadership and your research. Dr. David Prentice, Vice President of the Charlotte Lozier Institute, thank you.
Thank you.